Hey kids, it's Dad. Welcome back to the Gaming with Dad show. Today we are looking at Robinson Alchemy. But before we do that, go on ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, drive up the overall engagement on the channel because it's good for the algorithm, it's free to you, and it grows our little family here. So yes, Robinson Alchemy. On sale presently for $3.97, normally $7.95, so I had to use keys that I don't usually use on the keypad. Robinson Alchemy is an alchemy game set on a deserted island where the objects you connect are the ones you first need to find and harvest. So, it is 323 megs, all three play modes, single system, one player. It is a puzzle game, supports Nintendo Switch, so I'm sure it's going to be Nintendo Switch 2 as well. From Error 300 Games, supports English, Japanese, Korean, Simplified Chinese, and Traditional Chinese. And yes, it was originally released May 2nd, 2025, so this is a new one. And yes, I think I've actually escaped Unity hell. And I say that because this isn't in Unity. It's not exactly shovelware either. I mean, the gameplay is relatively simple, and yes, it's a Robinson Crusoe based game because the youth of today are screaming for that classic literature. I also understand that it is public domain at this point. The author has been dead for long enough. Yes, authors, once they have been dead for 76 years, their works become public domain unless somebody goes and makes a movie out of them. So please, Hollywood, make a movie or TV show out of any of my books, please. Disney, I'm begging you. I don't get down on my knees too often, but I will sell my soul to sell some books. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's talk graphics. Graphics, relatively simple. I do love the introduction graphics. It reminded me an awful lot of The Legend of Zelda for the original Game Boy, Link's Awakening. It just had that lovely feel of still art while also being on a boat in a storm. It really set the mood for you to go in and do what is basically a very simple game, but has some very challenging aspects to it. But graphically, the items are all clear, the words are large enough where you can understand them without having to use your cheaters, or at least I don't have to use my cheaters. And the items are easy enough to understand. So yeah, graphically, I'm going to give this a 16. Nothing special, but it really does get the job done. Audio-wise, you get some voice acting in the opening cutscene. After that, it does kind of go simplified, just background atmospherics, a jaunty little ditty, but nothing hummable. But really, the sound also gets it done. Giving sound a 16 as well. We're sitting at 32 as we go into controls. The controls are all right there on the screen. You use the R buttons to tab through the various tabs. You select the items that you want by using the thumbstick and pressing A on them. You can flip to the next page with ZR and ZL. The controls are functional, non-offensive. So controls are getting a 15. We're at 47 as we move into gameplay. I already did graphics. What the hell's wrong with me today? I'm going to blame the fact that I shifted over 300 pounds of dirt last week and then threw my back out, and that's why I'm kind of out of it right now. But yes, gameplay. It really is one of those simple concepts of combine two items, and if it's the right two items, you get a third item. A stone and a stone makes a stone knife. A stone knife and a piece of bamboo makes a spear. The clamshell and a bamboo stick makes a primitive shovel. So it's a very simple based concept, but there are Monkey Island-esque puzzles to, like, trying to figure this stuff out. Some of it just doesn't necessarily make sense. Why's the oyster give you a pearl but no oyster meat? I don't know. You at least get a shell that you can then make a shovel out of. It's why is it only specific items that will create fire? I actually discovered the primitive stone fireplace before I discovered just a simple campfire. It's all very interesting and a little challenging and then a little nonsensical. There isn't really a sense of humor to it unless you try to do things like use the spear on the monkey that you eventually find. But yeah, altogether, the gameplay is solid. You're maybe not gonna... It's not that deep, but I'm giving gameplay a 16 anyways. We're sitting at 63 as we look at value. $3.97. Pretty sure you might get 4 hours worth of gameplay out of this. If not, you can always go back and try to make other combinations. You really are just trying to explore this island and survive. And I'm okay with that. Value's getting a 17. This game comes in at a total score of an 80. That is a B-. If it's for you, you'll enjoy it. Otherwise, you probably aren't going to, but it is a solid Alchemy game that doesn't use Unity, thank God. It's not quite shovelware. Oh, sweet Jesus, that is a thing I never thought I'd be able to say about the eShop again. So, thank you so much. Have yourselves a great week. We'll talk to you kids later. Bye-bye. Hey, if you've made it this far through the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment. I've also posted 2 other videos down here as well as a subscribe link. So click, enjoy. That's kind of how the algorithm works.